Evening, guys. Welcome to Havelock Towers, the team in Sunderland today, and we are having a team investigation, first one of the year, in this amazing building. The building is got two sides. It's got the original side, which was built in the 1800s, about 1840, and then the newer side, which was built in the 1960s, early 70s. The building has had many uses over the years. This is the entrance at the moment, and I'm going to walk into the old part of the building. The building was originally, as we've been told, private usage, then eventually used as a orphanage for the boys from the workhouses. The workhouse was over the road where the City Royal is, the current Hospital of Sunderland. This used to be, as we've been told, a living room. This is one of the few areas where the boys actually could spend time out of the room. This was originally a wider area. There's an office here and there's a lift. The main part of the building is here. The main activity here is from the matron and the boys. And the carpet down here where reportedly a boy had been died, it's the only part of the ground here that it's got concrete on it, and it suggested that a boy is buried here. As I'm saying this, I feel like someone's just tugged on my leg. I also feel like someone's just stared at me on the stairs. Supposedly that space does not like where the concrete is. It's not welcome that us men stand on there. Women, it seems, is less of an issue. I'll go upstairs shortly. This room here, it is said that there's a portal in here. You can see that the room's currently used for multiple things. But there was a seance in this room and a portal was opened up. I'm going to walk into that now. So they get a lot of spirits, and I can tell you straight away that this feels very heavy. Oof. That is a very strange feeling whatsoever. So we're stood in the portal right now. There is only me and Phil in the building at the moment, so if you do see or hear anything, we can guarantee that there is nobody else in here. The portal itself here, let's go back to that, can't be closed as the lady who opened it has died, and it said that if the portals can only be shut by the people who opened it. Here there is a couple under the stairs. You will see that there's a glass entrance there because the person who comes to check the meter does not like it. It said that the boys were locked in this room. There's a chair for those of us who want to sit in here. Again, I don't know if that will be captured, but I felt that there was something just around my corner there, just next to me, peeping out. I'm not going to shut this door, but in here, there is a teddy bear. There's supposedly that there's a boy in this corner who's been seen. And equally, there is some marks on here that go up to 30 days. Said that somebody has been in here, locked in this room for 30 days. We'll come out, it feels really weird in there. I'm going to go down to the boiler room. Now, this building's had many uses, as I mentioned. The orphanage was one. In World War I, it was used as a military hospital. Soldiers were brought over on ships from Belgium and other parts of the Western Front, either to recuperate or unfortunately die. It was also used as a TB hospital. And this room here, has been used as the morgue. There's been quite a lot of phenomena in this room mentioned. Figures and faces. I can tell you that this room feels very, very heavy at this moment in time. Hello people in here, I'm just walking around. I'm just meaning no harm or disrespect. We're here just to show other people the building and to see. Hello. It is the coldest room in the building, as I say, and it was stacked high with boxes. We've heard a couple of stories from in here, which is quite harrowing. I do not wish to speak of them at the moment, not while I'm in here. But as a relative newbie of the group, this is certainly the building with the biggest reputation that I've been in so far. So I'm going to make my way up here, and I'm going to walk into what was the matron's room, who looked after. Now, she does not like swearing, which, for those of you who know Phil and Kelly, that's a little bit of an issue. Phil already has a bit of beef with, or she has a bit of beef with Phil. This was her room. Hopefully, she doesn't mind me being in here today. You'll see a clock on the wall. The clock keeps getting changed. The battery's in it, but unfortunately, it keeps stopping its time. Vince, who manages the building, has since stopped changing the clocks. And you'll also see there's a cupboard here and another chair. Again, this is where naughty boys were locked in if they weren't behaving, and reportedly would kick and scream and while the matron was doing her work. The door on your right goes into the eaves. There's no boards there, so it's completely locked. Now, Phil has been setting stuff up as well in the building, and if you know from any of our investigations, we like to have some sensors, and I can guarantee that if they go off, I don't actually know where he's put them at this moment in time. He also hasn't given me a radio, so if something does come and chase me, we shall see. So I've just come upstairs. I have just heard a noise. Nope. Now this comes up to the attic. Now we have just placed some equipment up here. About 20 minutes ago. So I'm going to open the door. Hopefully Boo Bear is not going off. Hello. So I've got some sound equipment up here and the video. This room is used for locking people with what we'd class as learning difficulties, or such as autism, ADHD, or epilepsy, and they were locked in here, which is why we brought the toy up here for them to play with. Last time the team was here, there was some recordings, they heard some sounds. I'm going to shut the door again and leave them. It was quite clear, I believe, last time. I don't know how much you heard, but you can hear the traffic here. There's quite a lot of other noises we need to get around. Now, the one room that we need to be careful of, that we haven't been in, I haven't been in yet, is the red room. Now, this room is quite warm now. Hello, don't mind me coming in, please. The red room is a room we used to do operations in. It is a room where, for one of its other uses, when it was for single mothers. know how much you can hear, but I feel like there's someone walking around this room. And the hairs on my back have just gone up. Now I'm hoping that's just Phil next door. And Phil's going to open that door in a second and scare the bejesus out of me. This room was used, it was for operations, it was used for babies being born. When this place was used for single mothers. There's not many records of them because it was shameful. This was in the 50s and early 60s. There's a lot of activity. It is directly over the portal. These tables have a habit of moving. They either rock on their own, or people have heard them being, I believe 2 weeks ago they've been kicked. Other activity in this room includes the heaters changing on their own. It is a quiet room. It is on the corner of the building. But the floor is solid. So for my seat, for these tables to move, that would be quite hard. I'm just going to... They rock. And they can move probably from touch, but from what I've heard is they can rock quite a lot on their own. That would be quite impressive to see. Okay. That's the older building. I shall go to the newer bit of the building. And there's Phil. Scaring the bejesus out of me. I know, I'm talking to whoever's going to listen to me rabbit on. So this is the kitchen. Hello. There's a lady in here who likes to say hello. How are you doing? Which is very polite of her. Maybe she'll make an appearance tonight. Don't know. So I'm just going to the theatre. There's the two of us. Phil set up a rig. There is meant to be a elemental in here, which actually goes with some of the activity that the team have had previously, where...
The elemental is supposed to reside in that area there, so the right-hand side of the stage. There is somebody in here with us, but...
Yeah, the elemental likes to repeat. Both Phil and Kelly have had voices mimicking them over the radio before, when Kelly's been on this side of the building and Phil's been on the other, on 2 occasions, and it was the exact same voice.
Yeah.
And I think tonight was the only time that we've been told that there was an elemental that mimics. Was that the first time we've heard that?
I'm sure we got told that there was a not a nice spirit last time, but I think tonight's the foot, from what I recall, and just saying about it mimicking.
There's a different feel in this room to what it was when we came round before with Vince, I will say that.
Be aware there's a sensor on the stage and so, and I read what as well, Andrew.
Yeah, I can see so the lights are moving at the moment. That's me walking in front. The elemental is meant to be back here. I'm going to see if I can do this without setting the sensor off. Nope, missed it. So, see this corner here? The elemental has been seen on a thermal camera walking up and down. We can get round there, but just for the purposes of walking around. As these spots. There we go again.
Hello, welcome.
So this is the stage, backstage. And again, you can see down the other side where the elemental's captured. So I'm going to go through this door here. I'm going to go up to the changing rooms. Now, as it was said in the video I've seen before, what this building has is long, creepy corridors, and this is a nice long, creepy corridor. So there's 2 areas of interest down here. For us, it's both these rooms used to be changing rooms. So this one used to be the men's room, and last time the team were here, the hangers on this coat rack were moving on their own. I honestly can't remember the other activities that have been said in this room. This mirror has fallen off multiple times. It's caused damage. It's never smashed, but they've also found that it's fallen down and fallen in such a way that it wouldn't naturally do, which they can't explain. When we were coming round, there was a couple of there was a few different people have found a couple of different ghosts, spirits. I felt a couple of spirits up here following us or looking at us while we were up here before. It'd be interesting to see. And finally, there's this room, which is quite heavy actually. This was the girls' changing room. You'll probably hear the background noise of all the traffic out here. There is a busy junction out there, and there is a hospital. One of the things that was been mentioned is that there was a peephole in here. Their man used to stare, and it was said that there was another man who was accused of staring, who actually hung himself in the corner with a hook through the cheek, which I can't imagine being a very nice way to die. The building itself, going back to the original history, was run by the church, which was just over the way. Where the hospital is now, which was attached to the workhouse. Unfortunately, the priests used to abuse the boys who were here as well. So as well as the matron and other things, obviously there's quite a lot of trauma here. Right, that is the quick tour. That's us for the night, and hopefully there'll be some interesting content for you all.